the Ganga Anesthesia refresher course by invoking the blessings of Almighty. May I request Kavya to render the prayer song. May I request all of you to stand by for the prayer.
Om Namo Bhagavate Mahasudarshan Vasudevaya Dhanvantri Amrita Kalasha Hastaya Sarvabhaya Vinashaya Sarvaroka Nivaranya Trailokya Pataye Trailokya Nitaye Shri Mahavishnu Swarupaya Shri Dhanvantri Swarupaya Shri 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 Aushadha Chakra Narayana Swaha.
It's indeed the tradition of this great nation to start all the auspicious things by lighting the lamp, in which in Tamil we call it as Kuttu Vilakku. Now may I request the head department of anesthesia at Ganga Hospital, Dr. Shekhar, to escort our chairman and founder of the hospital, Dr. J.G. Shanmuganathan and Madam Kanahavalli Shanmuganathan. I request him also to escort our directors, Dr. Rajshekhar and Dr. Raj Sabapati. Request him to escort Professor K. Balakrishnan, the former president of SACA and former president of the Indian Society of Anesthesiologists. Professor Vincent Chan, the past president of the American Society of Regional Anesthesia from Canada, Dr. Michael Barrington from Melbourne, Australia. I request on behalf of the Indian faculty, I request Dr. Satish Kulkarni to step forward and come and join us in this auspicious occasion. I'd like to share with you that we are extremely happy to have all of you here. And our chairman, Dr. J.G. Shanmuganathan, the founder of this hospital, also happens to be an anesthesiologist, completed his DA in London, and he was the first anesthesiologist to give, in this country, to give an interview to a TV channel on anesthesia. So, more importantly, may I request our chairman to stand. Sir, can you please stand up, sir? And also wanted to tell you that we get inspired by him, but because at the age of 82, he completed his PhD in literature, which is a phenomenal accomplishment, and he would inspire each one of us to learn every day, and age is no criteria for acquiring knowledge. On his behalf, may I request the director of the hospital and the head department of plastic and reconstructive microvascular surgery, Professor Dr. S. Rajasabapathy, to deliver the inaugural address.
Good morning to all of you, and a hearty welcome to all of you on behalf of the Ganga family. Actually, this is I'm not giving the inaugural address, I'm giving the inaugural address on behalf of my father. He just lost his voice this morning due to a sore throat. But then he had written a letter and he written the inaugural address, which I am reading it for him. It goes as this: brothers and sisters of the fraternity of anesthesiologists, of which I am proud to be one of you. It's my great pleasure to welcome you all who are here for the August session of anesthesiology course and workshops. In addition to the unique programs on yoga, the first oration of our beloved Dr. Ravindra Bhatt, special lectures on thinking big and finance, which is the essential source of all of our life. I learned that about 400 delegates from all over India have assembled here and abroad, the fact of which enthuses and enthralls the organizers of this big event. At the outset, I wish to point out the basic tenets of all of us, namely eternal vigilance for patient safety, prime duty to relieve pain, while at the same time to maintain respiration, the safety of the patient as prime non nocere, care to avoid any harm to the patient. He just goes back to his time in the UK when he was during his training. He says, during the short 14 months of training in anesthesiology in the UK in 1969, I felt the training was intense and good, supervised by consultants, registrars, senior house officers, and senior nurses. At the end of 3 weeks, I was posted alone for night duty for emergencies, and I had to manage a case of acute appendicectomy. I was very nervous with fear whether the endotracheal tube will pass into the trachea. But everything went on well, and consultant inquired about my performance the next day, and this created a great confidence in me. Surgeons in the UK always stood ready to help their anesthesists in times of needs, since many of them undergo the anesthesiology course also. I wish here also surgeons take a short course of anesthesia, much to the benefit of anesthetists and patients. This situation will be acutely felt in peripheral hospitals where a single surgeon and one anesthetist work. And then my father, I think, goes on to the top on pain relief, which he tells us every day almost in the dining table. Pain relief, especially in the post-operative period, is almost important. The reviews reveal that this pain relief is often inadequate, much to the discomfort of the patients. By careful follow-up, freedom from pain can be achieved by proper dose of drugs and proper timing of administration of analgesics. Much has been said and much has been discussed about pain relief, but pain persists much to the discomfort of the patients in the post-operative course. The smile of the patient is an indication that the anesthetist has given the benefit of freedom from pain. Next, about the postgraduate training and education. Most of the doctors work in underfunded and inefficient hospitals. Since the choice of the institute is not the choice of the candidate, but by allotment after an entrance examination. To produce more doctors, the number of seats are increased in the existing medical colleges without increase in the infrastructure and teaching staff. This compromises with the quality of training of our postgraduate doctors. Perhaps better salaries for the teaching cadre of staff will induce them to stick on to the teaching post for a much longer period. And creating a few more All India Institute of Medical Sciences or bigger institution anomaly, since even the present one in Delhi, a lot of posts, namely 223 doctors, 287 nurses, and 692 paramedical staff are vacant. It's difficult to imagine how many institutions will be staffed adequately and necessary infrastructure will be fulfilled, which will take more than 10 years. The component of research from medical colleges is lagging far behind that emerging from the developed world. We have the brain and talent, but research needs huge financial input in terms of advanced equipment and facilities, which are severely deficient. Still, our medical teachers and intelligent doctors continue to bring out high-quality research published in top-rated medical journals and for which India is truly respected. In overseas and foreign countries, the companies and private individuals donate huge sums of money for research and medical training. But in India, all of us read about thousands of crores of profit by top 100 companies. But we never hear that the crores have been donated for teaching, research, or development of universities and hospitals. I think this will enable for better salaries and infrastructure upgradation. Some of the private medical colleges run by eminent trusts are doing an exceptional job towards both teaching and training. I have dwelt a few thoughts only for your consideration for want of time. Ganga Hospital, with talented staff and with good academic record, thought it fit to conduct this course to the benefit of all of you. I am sure you will find it very useful. I will be grateful for your feedback, and I wish you all very well. Thank you very much, and welcome.
Thank you.